the next item that we must move to is to administer oath. And before I administer oath, I must do the ethical part. Senior counsel, just may you, before I do the ethical part, may you confirm to us that the person who is here before us is Honorable Dr. Boshielo, SP.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, honorable members of the committee. I'm pleased to confirm that that is indeed Dr. Boshielo sitting there with a pleasant demeanor. We've consulted with her a couple of times and she still looks the same. So you may swear in, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, honorable members. The ethical part that I wanted to do, and I wanted you to know, which you may already be knowing, is that I know Honorable Deputy Minister very well, Dr. Shela Paulina Boshielo. She comes from Limpopo. I served with her in the Provincial Executive Committee of the South African Communist Party in Limpopo. And I also served with her in the Provincial Executive Committee of the African National Congress. I was their Provincial Secretary in the South African Communist Party and in the ANC. And her husband is also here. I know him very well. He is my predecessor as the former Provincial Secretary of the ANC. So I know the family very well. The husband is sitting there at the back, Mr. Legodi Boshielo. So I just felt that you must know that I know her and that I know them. And because I'm a human being, I'm not infallible, I'm your chairperson. When you realize that the chairperson is biased or is veering off the mark, you should be able to say, chairperson, the sentiment that you bear, think it away and focus on the work that the committee must do. I think it's a very important part that I felt I should do, like I did last time when we were with Honorable Matale. And I also hope that Honorable Dr. Boshielo is the last person I know who will be appearing before this committee, Honorable Skosana. Thank you so much, Honorable Boshielo. We are going to move to the next item, which will be to administer oath. And before we do that, I will kindly want to read the following statement to you, that you have been invited to appear before this ad hoc committee, which is investigating the allegations made by Lieutenant General Ntantla Mkhwanasi. You have been invited here to provide information to the committee to enable it to do its oversight work as it investigates the allegations made, which include, among others, the alleged unlawful disbandment of the Political Killings Task Team, otherwise known as the PKTT or the NPKTT, Political Killings Task Team, or the National Political Killings Task Teams. And the other part that is being investigated is the alleged moratorium on the filling of vacancies within the South African Police Services, SAPS, and alleged corrupt relationship between senior leadership within SAPS and members of the public as well as political interference in the work of the SAPS. In extending this invitation, the ad hoc committee chairperson has indicated that you may provide such information to the committee if you so wish, under oath in terms of the powers, privileges, and immunities of Parliament and Provincial Legislatures Act. You have indicated that you wish to take the oath so as to be afforded the protection as provided in the same piece of legislation. Please be informed that by law, you are required to answer fully and satisfactorily all the questions lawfully put to you, or to produce any document that you are required to produce in connection with the subject matter of the inquiry, notwithstanding the fact that the answer or the document could incriminate you or expose you to criminal or civil proceedings or damages. Please note this. You are, however, protected in that evidence given under oath or affirmation before a House or Committee of Parliament may not be used against you in any court or place outside this Parliament, except in criminal proceedings concerning a charge of perjury or a charge of relating to the evidence or documents required in those proceedings. Please be aware that in terms of Section 17.2 of the Powers, Privileges and Immunities of Parliament and Provincial Legislatures Act, a person who willfully furnishes a House or Committee of Parliament with information or makes a statement before it which is false or misleading commits an offense and is liable for a fine or imprisonment for a period not exceeding 2 years. You are required to take an oath or affirm that the evidence you are about to give is truthful. So I'm going to request you to make a choice whether you choose to take an oath or you do affirmation.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'll take affirmation.
Okay, if you take affirmation, you will then follow me. Or okay, let me read what you will have to say, and then you will follow me. You will mention your names in full, and then declare that or affirm that I solemnly affirm that the evidence that I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And then you will say, I do.
I will follow you.
I,
Dr. Shela Paulina Boshielo,
solemnly affirm
solemnly affirm
that the evidence that I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So I do.
So I do.
Thank you so much, Dr. Boshielo, SP. SC, I'm handing over the reins to you. All the best.
Thank you.
Then it shall be until 13 hours. Unless you finish before that time, you will get directive from the chair.
Thank you. I've got no conflicts of interest to declare. So. Good morning, Dr. Boshielo. And thank you for your attendance today and your cooperation with us when we consulted with you about your sworn statement. You are currently the Deputy Minister of Police, having been appointed by the President on the 2nd of July 2024. Is that correct?
It's correct.
At the time of your appointment, that was in the new 7th administration, the GNU government, the then minister was Minister Senzo Mchunu.
Yes, sir.
So since that date and up to recently, when Minister Mchunu was placed on special leave by the President, you had assisted him in whatever functions or duties allocated to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, you are aware of what gave rise to the establishment of this ad hoc committee by the National Assembly. There were public statements made by Lieutenant General Nkwenazi on the 6th of July, making some wide-ranging allegations involving the entire criminal justice system, and especially in the police. And you are here to assist us in trying to get to the bottom of it. But as you should know, try and stick just to what you know, what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've said. So as we go along today, if you can stick to that, that will be most helpful to you also.
Will do, sir.
Thank you. Now, if I may just start off with your own experience in public office. You have served both at the province, as the chairperson had pointed out, in Limpopo, and you had also served here as a member of parliament. So just take us briefly. You deal with that from paragraphs 8 onwards in your statement.
Thank you very much, sir, and good morning to members. In terms of my experience in Limpopo, I've served as a speaker of Limpopo legislature from 2015, after being a member here from May 2014. And after that, I was appointed during the elections of 2019, I was appointed as the MEC for education. And after that, I was appointed as the MEC for transport and community safety. And then after that, I was appointed as the portfolio chair of women, children, and people with disability. And then until here, where we are today, where I'm serving as Deputy Minister of Police. Thank you, sir.
So in your capacity as MEC for community safety, you would have interacted with the police, both the police in the province and also national police.
Indeed, sir, because community and safety means, the police, working with the police and the civilian secretariat. So yes, from time to time, we deal with the issue of police as the MEC. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You also have quite an impressive array of academic qualifications, which you set out at paragraph 15 of your sworn statement.
Yes, I did my 3-year diploma in transport with the University of Rauden. I have a Bachelor of Degree BCom, 2 Masters MBA and Masters in Transport Studies from University of Cape Town, and I have a Doctorate of Administration from University of Limpopo. And then if you look at our next chart, SPB1, you can also see other qualifications that I have. So all in all, I think there are 31. Thank you.
Okay. No, thank you. Now, you would have been assigned some roles and responsibilities by Minister Mkhunu, and more recently, Acting Minister Kachalia. He was appointed only in August, so it's just been a few months. Perhaps describe to us the kind of roles and responsibilities assigned to you in terms of the Constitution. You were appointed to assist the Minister of Police. So just take us through in which areas you assist the Minister.
Thank you very much, sir. Maybe let me start it the other way around, as you said it, because I know there were debates whether we need deputy ministers or not. In terms of deputy ministers, yes, we are appointed in terms of the Constitution, 93A, as you said, and the president can appoint as much as he could. But looking at the responsibility, it will depend whether you need 1, 3, or 5 deputy ministers. So in terms of my responsibilities as the deputy minister, we get our powers in terms of section 93.2, where we account to Parliament about the work that we are supposed to do, and also assisting the minister to do the work that he will give us from time to time. Although the minister have not delegated, Minister Mkhunu, let me be clear so that I do not confuse which minister, delegated to us functions in writing, but from time to time would assist him to be able to do the work. And I will take you through that if we do not mind. But also I want to say, although the minister, I'm on number 80, although the minister have not penned down the delegated functions yet, there has been functions that we're able to deal with them arising from also our responsibility of accounting to this Parliament in terms of 93.2. And on 19, in terms of us, the deputy minister, I did not possess any independent executive or operational authority, but accordingly, the deputy minister's primary responsibility is to support the minister in the development and implementation of policy, oversight functions, and strategic alignment across the policing sector. So the minister will be the one who determines the scope and the role of a deputy minister, which he did. But also, as the deputy minister, I account to Parliament and serve in the following portfolio committees. I serve in the Portfolio Committee of Police. I see my chairperson is there. I also serve in the Select Committee of Safety and Security in the NCOP. Also, I serve in the Joint Standing Committee of Intelligence, JSCI. And also, as the ministry, we sometimes have joint meeting with other portfolio committees. 2 weeks ago, I was representing our department with the Portfolio Committee on Health with SARS, discussing illicit tobaccos. And then tomorrow, I'm representing our department and meeting the Portfolio Committee on Human Settlement to be able to do that. And also, as a Deputy Minister, I serve in the following cabinet committees: Justice, Crime Prevention and Security, JCPS. I serve in the Economic Sector Investment, Employment and Infrastructure Development, ESIT, and also serve in the All Joint Cabinet Committee and Cluster Meeting. I also serve as a District Development Model DDM champion of Nkangala District Municipality in Mpumalanga, but I also am appointed to serve in the following inter-ministerial committees: IMC, the first one, A, Extended Ministerial Multidisciplinary Committee responsible for foodborne illness and illicit trade, and number 2, Interministerial Committee on the preparation for the 2026-27 local government elections. In terms of the police, maybe let me give you the setup of how big the police department is. The department consists of the South African Police Service, the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, DPCI, which we call it the HOCs,
Yes.
and also 3 entities: the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, the Civilian Secretariat Police for Police Services, CSPS, and the Private Security Industry Regulation, CERA. As part of the ministry, we account to the parliamentary committees through tabling of strategic plans, budget and expenditure, annual performance plans, quarterly reports, annual reports of all of the SAPS, the DPCI, and the 3 entities. So prior to attending the parliamentary committee meetings, the ministry, together with the national commissioner, the national head of the HOCs, and the heads of the entities and their top management, we meet and prepare the report as per the agenda of the meeting that we are going to attend. As such, the role of the Deputy Minister, while constitutionally accountable to Parliament, can more appropriately be defined as a layer of strategic support without independent executive powers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. And I also understand that more specific tasks or functions had been allocated to you, for example, to assess the state of gender-based violence across the country. Just talk to us a bit about that.
Thank you very much, sir. The other thing I forgot to say, the role also of the deputy ministers. If you remember, the minister, when he was put on leave, it was 3 days before we had to table our budget in the NCOP. So together with Deputy Matali, we were able to do 3 statements because normally we'll share the entities, the 3 entities, the DPCI, and then give the minister the SAPS. So we had done for the entities, then we had to do also for the SAPS because it was the last day, and if we have not done that as deputy ministers, we would have not having a budget by now. So the acting minister, Minister Mantashe, was appointed in the afternoon of the day before the tabling of the budget. So, but we had prepared it and give it to him. And when we went to the NCOP, we said to him, he must just read it, and where we have to come in, we will come in. And indeed, we had our budget passed in that. So that is also the other role of the deputy ministers that people might not be able to understand. Coming to your current question, when the acting minister, Professor Firoz Kachalia, was appointed, we sat together and then we took him through what we were doing and that we were not allocated responsibilities then. So after a week, he then called us and then he then allocated us responsibilities for now, and he said will go on. So for now, I've been allocated to deal with the GBVF and all the infrastructure and everything related to it. And he assured also the support for me in order to be able to do that. He also delegated to me to deal with the integrated crime and violence prevention strategy and see whether it is working or need to be changed, and if it needs to be changed, to be able to do that. The third one, if you have read my doctorate, I am specialized in technology. Actually, my topic is factors that impact on e-government services in government. And fortunately, I chose the Department of Transport and Community Safety as if I knew I was going to be the Deputy Minister. So in our department, we're very backwards in terms of technology. So he sent me to China with the delegation. I just have the name here. Major General Jessica from DCPI, because we wanted to be able to check in terms of technology in all the sectors, what we have and what we don't have. We also have Major General Mabuela from the DCPI, we had two. And you will understand why, because they are dealing with organized crimes and crimes that are really what this committee wants us to deal with. And Brigadier Dubazani, who's dealing with technology management services in the SAPS, and then Brigadier Mtileni, who's dealing with port security, and it's mainly based at the OSHIA, the OR Tambo, and Brigadier Haint, who's the human resource development. And also, I had to present a paper to that international forum in terms of the technology and how we can use it to be able to deal with the issue of crime. And Interpol also was part. Remember, they had their conference here, and then they were part there, and then we were able to share that the crime we have changed is in terms of your cyber crimes and others. So how do we assist each other to be able to do that? So those are some of the responsibilities that the minister have given us. And after coming back, we had a meeting where I reported to him, because also in China, I met the minister of police, just that they call it security, others in China. So I met him, and then I said to him, we would want to partner in terms of the technology, because they took the heads of delegations to see the technology that is used by police there. And it's very advanced. That's why you don't have crime, almost no crime in China, even when they have a population of about 2 billion. So they use the technology to be able to do that. So when I came back, we sat down with minister and the deputy minister, and then we gave reports. And then I suggested that the memorandum that we had spoke about training of detectives. So we need to include the technology part, because when you deal with technology, you can't just advertise it like a tender for catering, because it needs to be secured and make sure that it can be hacked and all those other things. I don't want to bore you with technical things of technology. So we gave a report to him, and then he accepted the report, and then we are going to write a report to the president to be able to suggest that we amend the memorandum to include technology. So it's very supportive and allow us space to do our work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Boshielo. Sounds like you've been very busy. It's almost
My only day
almost
that is-
exhausting to hear you.
My only day that is, I can show you my diary. It's like this diary. So my only day that is free is normally Sundays. Thank you.
And it also sounds like the approach of the acting minister is somewhat different to Minister Mkhunu.
Of course, it's different human beings. Surely you'll expect them that they will have different leadership styles.
Now, talking about Minister Nkunu, of course, this inquiry is mainly about the political killing stars team. And on the 31st of December 2024, Minister Nkunu issued that directive. So just to park it there, did you know about it? Were you informed about it? When did you learn about it? Just discuss that.
Thank you very much, sir. I became aware of the minister's letter and directive, which was issued on the 31st of December 2024, while it was circulating in the social media. And I assumed it was fake until when the minister called me in the early January, around 6-7, to inform me that the letter that was circulating was not fake. He wrote it himself. I thanked him for clarifying the status of the letter, and the minister further confirmed before this committee that he is the author of that letter. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
So what was your reaction when you, did you see the entire letter, which is SP2 to your statement? Did you see the entire letter on social media, or was it sent to you? Did you receive it? When did you first see it?
No, I didn't. It was not sent to me. If you can look at the letter, there's no CC deputy ministers or CC whatever. It was just a letter addressed to the national commissioner by the minister. So it was not sent to me. As I said, I saw it in the social media, and I just thought it was a fake letter. So until the minister called me and said it is not fake, he wrote the letter. In terms of how I felt, I was a little bit disappointed that I thought we were working together. And before you could take out the letter, I've read all the letter, all of it. Yeah. And I thought it could have, as deputy ministers, maybe, discussed it with us, but maybe as the executive authority, he felt that he didn't want to discuss it with me. But I was disappointed, yes.
And you expressed no view on his authority to issue such a directive or the lawfulness of the letter?
As I said, maybe because he's a executive authority, he used that to do that, and I think he had powers to use to issue the letter, and he used it accordingly.
Mm-hmm. And subsequent to. Or before I move on that aspect, there was a meeting on the 21st of November between you, Deputy Minister Matali, and Minister Nkunu, where the political killing stars team was referenced. Do you remember that meeting?
Yes, I remember the meeting, but it was not discussed like in full. It was just in passing. Remember, I did not even know what their operations are and what are they doing, because we were still busy calling different sections to brief us, including the entities. So I did not necessarily know about it, and we did not discuss it in details.
Did you know, or were you aware of the interministerial committee that was established by the president in May 2018, and where the Minister of Police played a prominent role?
Yes, I saw it when it was presented in the portfolio committee of the 5th of March by General Khumalo, when he took us through the background and why it was formed and the successes.
So that's the 5th of March this year, 2025.
Yes,
So prior to that, you weren't aware of the Interministerial Committee?
no,
And you obviously never attended any of those meetings,
no, sir.
because sometimes the minister can't attend and one of the deputies would stand in.
No, sir. The only time that we discuss about it shortly, it was when we were dealing with the organizational structure, and then saying in terms of the matters that we see increasing, how best can we be able to come out with a strategy or a structure, a permanent structure to deal with this. So that was the only one. So I never attended any meeting of the PTY or the IMC.
Now, just looking at the letter of the 31st of December, 31 December, SB2, you'll see it deals with 3 items, 3 categories: filling of posts in the intelligence division, ports of entry, and then the political killings task team. Have you got any views on whether these 3 areas or any one of the 3 areas falls within the executive authority or should fall under the operational authority of the National Commissioner?
My understanding of the work of government since I've been here and also been an official up until a chief director level and then executive also in a parastatal, is that in terms of the accounting officer and the executive authority, they are interfaced and they are expected to work together. So the executive authority will deal with strategic issues from cabinet, from parliament and others. And then the accounting officer will deal with the implementation in terms of that. So my understanding is that the 2 should have met and be able to discuss issues that were raised in that letter rather than start writing letters to each other. And to say also they were together, we're doing the operation of the safer security, so they should have discussed it because I think they said they were together until the 28th of December when they attended a funeral of one police officer. In terms of the filling, the other one I think of the PKTT I've answered. In terms of the filling of posts in the intelligence division, the minister halted the filling of posts immediately until substantive discussions between himself and the national commissioner take place. I thought the minister should have provided reasons to the national commissioner why the process should be halted and what he expects him to bring when they meet so that they can unblock whatever was there and then move over. In terms of the ports of entry, in relation to this matter, the minister's directive were reasonable because it gave sufficient time to the national commissioner to prepare a comprehensive report at the end of January 2025. So the concerns of the ministers were also clear in the letter. So that will be my take on the letter in terms of the items there. Thank you.
So essentially, you would have dealt with this in a much more consultative, collaborative way.
How we should be able to work together, because when the president appoint a minister and also appoint the head of institution at the national level, these 2 offices must be able to work together. There's no way in which they cannot work together. Unfortunately, it just depends on the leadership style of the people that have to be. And sometimes you need to compromise and understand that it's not personal, but it's about the work that needs to be done. So there is an interface between the 2 offices. They can't work without each other.
Now, after the minister called you in early January to confirm that that was his directive and he drafted it, he wrote it, were there any further exchanges or interactions or meetings with the minister in relation to this, especially the political killings task team issue?
No, but the problem or the issue with the letter is that it was already sent to the National Commissioner, and it was addressed only to the National Commissioner. So if he had sought, inputs from me as the Deputy Minister, I should have done. So it was no use for me to even ask to do some input because the letter was out already, and he confirmed that it is not a fake letter. So I did not and had the opportunity to do that.
And then it was an online meeting, the one on the 5th of March before the Police Portfolio Committee. So you were in that meeting, and you also heard Lieutenant General Kumalo make a presentation about the political killings task team.
Yes, sir, I was in the meeting, and I must confess that it was the first time I had a full report of what the task team was all about, its successes, its budgets, and what it's doing. Yes, I was in that meeting.
What impression did you get from hearing the presentation?
Let me not say anything because it's a crime intelligence issue. But if the commission want me to write what I think should be done, I will do.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And then you also heard Lieutenant General Mkonazi express some strong views in that meeting, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What was your reaction to that?
I was very surprised because I must say to you, coming to the SAPS, including the entities, I work very well with everybody. From the National Commissioner, actually some of the issues, the dates and everything that I did not remember very well, the National Commissioner was the one assisting me. So I work with the National Commissioner, and some of the responsibilities that I do, we work together, or he will ask me if the minister is not available. The case in point is when we're dealing with the 3 officers from Bloemfontein that were taken by the water in the Hanover, in Pretoria. If you have seen, we're there with the family because the National Commissioner called me, said, DM, where are you? I said, I'm around in Pretoria. He said, the family is here. Can you come and assist me? And then we went there. Yes, it was a painful thing, but I was with him. And I asked him, because everybody was crying, and he was like strong. And I said, you are very strong. And why? He said, no, one of us have to think about what is happening. So we worked together very well. And we buried them, we were together, we did the memorial, we were together. The Deputy National Commissioners also, and the acting, we work together. The Divisional Commissioners, we work together. Executive Director of IPIT, we work together very well. And then the DG of the Civilian Secretariat, and also the CEO of CIRA and everybody. So in terms of working with the management, including the provincial commissioners, they would have even programs now and ask the National Commissioner to send me. Recently, in 2 weeks, I was in Mpumalanga, Elukwatini, having a Mbizo there with the chief and other things. And then I was also in Tlatlaganyani in the Northwest, dealing with Samazama issues, and the National Commissioner and the provincial commissioners were working together. So when General Mkwanazi said those things in the meeting, I was a little bit surprised because we had meetings and he didn't raise those things in the meetings that we will normally have as subs. Thank you, sir.
And then on the 6th of July, we're even more surprised when there was a media briefing by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi.
Yes, sir. I was surprised. Actually, I didn't even see it until somebody phoned me and said, "What is happening? Are you watching TV?" And I said, No, I like reading more than watching TV. He said, "No, I'm reading." And then he said, "Watch the TV." And then when I switch on the TV, there I see General Mkhwanazi, and I was surprised. Yes.
Did Minister Mkhunu speak to you about what Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi said on the 6th of July subsequently?
No, sir. But we had a meeting. I think the National Commissioner said it, and I think also the Minister said it. We had a meeting, the four of us, the two deputy ministers, the minister, and the National Commissioner. We as deputy ministers, let me talk about myself. As deputy minister, we raised a concern to say we think the minister and the National Commissioner are not talking as much as they should. And as a result, it frustrates us and also frustrate other senior managers. And we ask them to sit down and sort whatever it is so that we can be able to work. And indeed, they took our advice. But also we raised another concern that we're observing, that they also need to meet with DNC Sibia and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, and then sort everything out so that we can be able to work together. And I think they met, they met with the National Commission, the Minister and the National Commissioner, and also DNC Sibia and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, because if you remember in that statement of the 6th, he said they met, but he doesn't work with criminals, something like that. But it means the meeting takes place because as leaders, we could see there was a problem, it was going to affect us. Thank you.
Okay. It is not attached to your statement, but in our consultation, we showed you a WhatsApp message that was sent to you, so you can confirm receiving it from General Sibia, Lieutenant General Sibia, on the 16th of October. It just says good afternoon DM, so one wasn't sure whether it's a reference to Deputy Minister Matali or to yourself. Was that a reference to you?
Yes, sir.
So this is about the crime intelligence procurement of new spyware equipment. So just talk to us about this WhatsApp that you received, and what was your reaction? What did you do about it?
Thank you very much, sir. I received, it was forwarded, this WhatsApp from DNC Sibia on the 16th of October to me, talking about, should I read it or just say, talking about what the procurement of the spy equipment of 30 million, and that the minister did not approve it, and also the National Commissioner. So it was forwarded at that time. I did not comment. Oh, the comments that DNC Sibia wrote was the first one. He said, DM should take note of the above exercise and exercise vigilance with any type of electronic communication, such as cell phones, emails, etc. So it was like they are buying this equipment to back me. And the second one is said, Mr. Matebula has also been briefed in terms of ANC leadership. Mr. Matebula is the head of security of the African National Congress. Both WhatsApp were forwarded, not necessarily from him. Then he forwarded another one, because I didn't respond firstly. He forwarded another one which says, my suggestion that we should commit the National Commissioner to this. He needs to come out and say whether he knows about it or not. He must also investigate, and if yes, why was the minister not informed? And I must say, SC, that the reason why I didn't respond is because you know that ministers don't deal with procurement issues. It's the National Commissioner as the accounting officer that deal with a procurement issue. So I didn't respond to it because I didn't believe that a person of that caliber, the DNC, doesn't know the difference that between the accounting officer and the executive of authority in terms of the SCM issues. But then, because I was a little bit worried, I forwarded on the same day the two to the National Commission. And the National Commissioner phoned me and said, DM, this is not true. People want to bring, friction between us because they see us working well together. But he said, he assured me and said, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to investigate this and give you a report. Indeed, he investigated the matter, and then he involved the neutral intelligence, NICOC, and then SSA, and then he then sent me a message to say he has investigated it and dealt with it, and I was fine with it.
And subsequent to that, you didn't receive any further WhatsApp messages from General Sabia?
I did not, because I also informed him that I'm sending all these messages to the National Commission.
But why do you think he forwarded this WhatsApp to you, or these WhatsApps to you?
I would not know, but like I said, the first message was that DM, be careful of your electronics and whatever. And to tell you the truth, I'm saying the way we're working together, I never thought in my life that the National Commissioner and his team would want to back my telephones and emails or any other thing.
Yes,
And of course, it's not a... Sorry.
May we take Honorable Nomvalo and Honorable Skosan? Okay, Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I just need some clarification. DM, did the National Commissioner share with you the outcomes of the investigation when he said to you, I have investigated the matter? Did it end there, or he went further to say, I investigated it and these are the outcomes?
Chair, I know the rules. I can't go on without you giving me the permission.
I forgot that you were my speaker at the legislature. Okay, Honorable DM, you may respond.
Thank you very much. Yes, he responded and said the softwares were not bought, and there was nothing like that. And then he said to me the matter was closed. Yes, he came to me.
See, we may proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Deputy Minister, So it sounds to me, and just for your comment, that although it wasn't, when one often gets a message, you'll see forwarded. So it's not from that person originally, it's from someone else who had forwarded a message. And sometimes it says forwarded many times, that you can't even forward it to someone else because it's sort of exhausted. But was it do you think it was a mischief making on the part of General Sabia to forward what appears to be quite a provocative WhatsApp to you?
To tell you the truth, I did not want to believe that, because remember, I just came in, I did not know him. So I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. Actually, can I read what the National Commissioner responded? Also, it will be assisting
Yeah, please
the
do.
member
Thank
there.
you.
Okay, thank you. The National Commissioner responded and said, even in DM, the circulating messages about the CI having procured a spire wire over the weekend by DIFCOM and CFO, it refers. That's the one I did. I sent it to him. These officers were already out of office last weekend. If ever there is such, it would have been procured by those who were out of the country, which is none of the above. Somebody wants to find a reason to arrest them again. Let's not fall into this trap. I can, however, ask the matter to be investigated by NICOC or DI, somebody neutral, but I need detailed briefing by the source. Thanks.
So certainly according to...
I'm sorry.
You minute.
As I was saying, so I wanted to give the DNs, because I did not know him, I met him there. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt and not rush into judging him. Thank you.
Okay. Then just coming to...
SC, may we take Honorable Sangwan?
Sorry, SC, I know you don't like to be interrupted. Sorry. No, I just need clarity on the good morning, Honorable Deputy Minister. Clarity in the response, maybe we can be furnished with that response from the National Commissioner. But did you say that he's saying that they're trying to get the DivCom CFO arrested again? Is this the CFO that was arrested with Lieutenant General Kumar?
Yes, remember he was talking about the CI. The CI is the crime intelligence. Yes.
So it would be the people who were arrested with.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Advocate.
Thank you, and thank you, Honourable Member Sangoni, for that, seeking that clarity. So just to conclude on that there seemed to be some ulterior, sinister motive behind copying you this WhatsApp.
So I'm still saying, as I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know him very well. So, yeah.
So, Deputy Minister, just in terms of some concluding...
Sorry,
sorry?
Yeah, just for the record, I never also discussed these messages with him, with the DNCCB. I only forwarded to the National Commissioner and got response from the National Commissioner. Just for the record, I never discussed these messages.
And I think just for the record, the way you dealt with it was entirely proper and correct, that you wouldn't get embroiled in matters of this nature. I think your evidence was that this was in any case beyond your sort of job description, and certainly the minister wouldn't become involved in matters of this nature.
Yes, sir.
Can we just deal with some comments you make in your concluding remarks? From paragraph 48 onwards. Do you want to comment, make some comments there?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. In terms of my thinking is that I don't know. I know other people don't think this ad hoc committee is not important, but for me, it is very important, and I'm stating the reason why I think it is relevant and important. I think the work of this ad hoc committee must lead to a SAPS that is not only effective, but is trusted. And based on the evidence that have been presented before you by the minister, the national commissioner, the DNC, and the provincial commissioner, I believe that trust will be built on 3 pillars. The first one being the pillar of lawful process, where the roles of the executive, the accounting officers, and bodies like the IMCs are understood, respected, and not circumvented. And also the second one, the pillar of internal accountability, where decisions are made transparently within the ministry, utilizing the full capacity of deputy ministers. And the third one, the pillar of external oversight, where bodies like the IPIT and Parliament itself, including the portfolio committees and the standing committees itself, are empowered to hold the police accountable without fear or favor. The allegations that brought us here, SC, are a symptom of the failure of these pillars. That is according to me. And your recommendations as this ad hoc committee can be the blueprint for the revitalization and restoration of SAPS. And let us ensure that the outcome of this process is a police service that commands public trust, because we have a deficit in that regard, and respect, which will follow when the SAPS itself consistently demonstrate respect for the Constitution, rule of law, and the people it serves. Furthermore, restoring public confidence and trust in SAPS will require vigorous interventions to promote principled leadership and strict adherence to constitutional and procedural governance. As you know, SC, in terms of the priorities of this government, we fall in the third one, where we want to build a capable, ethical, and a democratic leadership. So the events surrounding the disbandment of the PKTT serve as a case study on how not to manage a critical national institution. Maybe I'm an academic, that's why I'm writing like that.
You're writing a thesis now.
We must do better to uphold the constitutional governance of the SAPS. It seems constructive consultation between the executive and the accounting officer and respect of the mandates of cross-departmental structures like the IMC must be compulsory. Therefore, there is an urgent need to implement also digital docket management, body cameras, and data-driven policing to reduce opportunities for interference and increase public accountability. Remember, our mandate in terms of 205 in the Constitution is about really the safety of our community, but also protecting the sovereignty of our country. So this committee's work is a pivotal opportunity to reaffirm these principles. I always say you'll be able to assist us to reset the button. I trust your recommendation will guide us towards a police service that is both effective in its duties and truly accountable to the people of South Africa. The people of South Africa need SAPs which can tackle corruption without fear or favor, protect whistleblowers, and ensure that oversight bodies like IPIT are truly independent. Even if they get their allocation from, SAPs, they need to be independent. And police must work hand in hand with communities, restoring confidence through visibility, respect, and cooperation. And lastly, the modernization of the systems, embracing technology, and rewarding excellence that we normally would not do will go a long way to foster a police service that is not only effective, but also trusted by all South Africans. That's why I think this ad hoc committee is relevant and is important, and I'm happy that it has been reconstituted. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. Thank you for your cooperation once again, your contribution, your insights, and your very sound advice and views on the way forward. Thank you very much, Honourable Chair, Honourable members of the committee. That concludes our part of the evidence. Thank you.
I want to thank the two of you very much, the SC and the Honourable Deputy Minister, because this is the record time that we.
And I think it's our first female witness.
It's the record
Maybe
time
we should
that
have more.
we could ever conclude a statement. Honourable Matthews.
Thank you, Chair. Mine is just a clarity question. Dr. DM, I missed the name of who is the head of the ANC security, head of ANC, what is it? Your security portfolio in the ANC?
Honourable Dr. Boshielo.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. It's Mr. Matebula. Chair.
Honourable Matthews, can I get your signal? Are you fine? Thank you. Okay. It's 12:15 now. And I think we can take 2 or 3 speakers before we go for a break. And today, a full member is allocated 20 minutes or less. No 1 hour today. And if you have nothing to say, you just say nothing to say. And then we pass. Yeah. So it's now 20, it's now 16 minutes past 12. We are going to start at 20 past 12, just for you to drink water. So we are going to take 2 speakers before we break at 1. Honourable Sokanyile, are you ready at 20 minutes past 12? Honourable Nomvalo, are you ready at 20 to 1? Okay. Thank you so much.
Chair, 20 minutes for full member.
No.
Alternates?
Honourable Sokanyile is today a full member.
No, I'm asking time, Chair.
No, I'm coming. The Honourable Nomvalo is a full member. So I'm going to take the 2 full members. I allocate them 20 minutes each between now and 1 o'clock. When I come back from lunch, Honorable Shongwe, I will tell you how much time I allocate to an alternate member.
So hlala si
You must lobby me. You must lobby me.
no.
Thank you so much. Dr. Boshielo, please drink water.